Good morning, everyone, from Hersheypark here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, one of my favorite amusement parks in the entire world. I love this place so much. If you're looking for a good adrenaline kick and thrilling coasters, there's pretty much no better place. Ironically, it's not really a theme park. Even though you have the name Hersheypark, you might think there's a lot of candy-themed attractions here. Actually, not really. It's definitely an amusement park, but one hell of an amusement park at that. It has a really nice atmosphere in its defense. But yeah, you come here for the rides. But the place opened in 1906. There's definitely a lot of history here, and they are home to 14 coasters, which isn't as much as other parks out there in the country. Cedar Point, Six Flags Magic Mountain, for example, but I would argue this park has just as great of a coaster collection. It is stacked, absolutely loaded. Now, tragically, as we're pulling up today, I'm seeing every coaster enthusiast's worst nightmare out in the distance, and that's school field trips. So hopefully it's not too slammed. One thing this park does that I think is really cool is they give you a free 2-hour preview period the day before your visit. It's included in any admission ticket to the park, and we were able to do that off camera. It was amazing. We got tons of rides in, and it wasn't too busy even though it was Memorial Day. So I'm hoping that today will be okay even with these field trips here.
Yep.
That's good. No, that's perfect.
I love coming here. I've been coming here like every year for years because it's such a staple to me. They just have some of the best rides, and it's always a great place to start a road trip like this.
I'm sick of this fucking park. I fucking hate this place. I've been here a lot. Feels like it's kind of one of my home parks by now, but it's still a great place to come, and I'm excited.
The amount of people is crazy.
Yeah, that's concerning. It is. And Hersheypark here is the first official stop on our Halloween Nights road trip. This is a trip we do every single year, centered around the enthusiast event in Indiana, the best in the world. It's absolutely incredible. And this time we're going over 3 weeks across the Midwest and East Coast. It's gonna be ridiculous.
And if you're excited for this trip, you can see the videos even sooner by following the Patreon. He'll sit in the back seat of the car editing his videos, and the second they're done, they're on the Patreon. So if you really enjoy, join the Patreon. I'm an ad.
You don't even get anything from it, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people enjoy it, and I think if you enjoy Coaster Dash, you might enjoy it too.
A few years ago, they updated their entrance area, and now it's unrecognizable from what it used to be because they actually changed the location for it, and here now you have Canemonium at the front. That's a coaster I can't wait to get on later today, but we're actually gonna bypass that and try to get on some of the stuff that tends to get a really long line in this park. There are strategic ways to go about Hersheypark, but they have so much to get on that you can only do the best you can. At the end of the day, you're gonna end up waiting in some long lines here. First up for us is actually gonna be Twizzler Twisted Gravity. I know, not a coaster, but this is the new ride for this year, and it looks really, really cool. It's the tallest screaming swing by S&S, and I love this flat ride already, so I can't wait to see what the tallest one is gonna feel like. This has a height of 137 feet, speeds of 68 miles per hour, and this thing is enormous. And you've got both sides dueling alongside each other, which is an awesome visual, and it's one of the rare candy themed rides in the park. I think they're trying to do that a little bit more nowadays. Look at the railings though, they're all Twizzlers. That's cool. Bro, this is freaking awesome. Here we go. Look at how big it is. Oh, it's so tall. Oh my God. Whoa! 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 Oh! That thing is terrifyingly tall. Man, that was awesome. That's definitely my favorite screaming swing I've ever done. It's already the tallest, but also too, they position it up on this hill. The height looks even more dramatic when you're on ride facing in the direction that we were. Staring down at the ground, you just see that water. It is so menacing, bro. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was super cool. I really like how they positioned it on top of the hill and that we were on the side that looks down the hill, because that has to be like 200 feet in the air. Like, that was insane.
It was so tall and fast, and it was my favorite screaming swing by far.
And so glad we did that first too, because since that's a new ride, naturally it's going to attract one of the longest waits in the park, and we were able to just walk right on that. And now we're going to walk right onto Great Bear for our first coaster of the day. This tends to get some of the longest lines in the park, which I've always found to be weird because this is a high capacity Bolliger and Mabillard coaster. This should be eating through people left and right, but for whatever reason it always just attracts high crowds. Maybe it's because it's right at the front of the park, I don't know. In any case, we're in line now. There's not really any good views I can give you guys of the thing, but it opened in 1998, has a really fun layout. It's short but sweet and compact. A lot of those elements are tight and intense. Of course, what makes an inverted coaster special is we're riding underneath the track. It's the only coaster like that at Hersheypark, and this layout is very unconventional for a B&M invert. We actually don't start with the drop, we start with the helix instead. Oh man, and they intertwine this layout so well with all the rides. Front is gonna be awesome. Whoa! It's intense before the drop, it's awesome. Whoa! was running fantastic this morning. I absolutely love that ride. And every time I get off of it, the first thing I think of is the fact that that is right on par with Talon at Dorney Park, which is in my opinion their best coaster. And this is number 6 in Hersheypark for me. I feel like that's just an incredible testament to their lineup. I love Dorney Park, no shade to them, but this park destroys it in every conceivable way, honestly. Yo, what's good? Bro, all the field trips are crazy today, but we're doing really good on time. I'm really happy with how this has gone so far, and that ride on Great Bear, which was so intense. In the front row too, because they've intertwined all these different coasters around each other in the hollow section of the park, you're flying all around Super Duper Looper, Sky Rush, Comet, and it's amazing how close you can get to some of those rides, especially Super Duper Looper. So there's like a near miss at the end before the corkscrew, and it is a lot of fun. But yeah, that's an awesome layout. It's so cool how they were able to design this into a compact plot of land.
It's such a unique layout. Like, a lot of the B&M looping coasters can get to be kind of samey. This one's very different, and I like that.
The ride was really cool. Like Sam said, it's very different from other B&M inverted coasters. I don't know, a lot more variety and elements, and I really like the way it goes around the terrain of the park. I think it's super cool, but I'm glad we got it done with early, so no line.
We are walking underneath one of the most unique elements I've ever experienced, the flying snake dive of Storm Runner, which is going to be our next coaster of the day. This is an intimate accelerator coaster that opened in 2004, which is already such a rare and unique coaster model because of the fact that it uses a hydraulic launch system, which is few and far between these days. It's known for its very punchy acceleration. I almost hit that tree there. But the problem is that most of these hydraulic launch coasters, after the launch and the big hill after that, there's really not much to it. This has a whole bunch of inversions, and like I said, the flying snake dive above me is also a super unique inversion at that. Actually, it's like a double inversion because you go up. Actually, there it goes right now. You go through a heartline roll, and then you fall back down through another roll. So yeah, join us for a ride in the front row of Storm Runner. Oh man, here's Storm Runner in the front. I'm so excited, bro. I love this ride. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Woo! Oh! Oh my God! Whoa! That's incredible! Oh my God, that was running amazing. That launch is incredible, and the elements after are so good. I love those inversions. It was running smooth. Yeah, that was a powerhouse in the front. Oh my Lord.
The song ended.
For Jolly Rancher Remix?
We did this yesterday. Underrated. Low-key, the music's fire. But this isn't... what is going on? This is not a Jolly Rancher review. This is a Storm Runner review, and I love Storm Runner, especially in the front. It is such a blast. That launch, such a kick. And then the layout is just so unique and fun. It is a little short, but you can expect that from this type of ride. It's worth.
This boomerang behind me, we're not going to ride it today because it's a one-train coaster, so the line is going to move pretty short if we decide to do that. And there's lots of other things we'd rather prioritize. But I will say this much. This used to be Sidewinder. Vekoma Boomerang Coaster had the old restraints, not a great ride. Then they did a refurb on this. They added the best restraints, eliminated headbanging. They added a lot of theming. The music is awesome. It is actually pretty good now. Yeah, and there's a scent for Jolly Rancher.
I love that ride. I love the launch. I love the triple snake dive, whatever it's called.
Triple snake dive?
Is that what the f it's called?
No.
What's it called?
Flying snake dive.
Flying snake dive.
Shows I have no life.
Yeah.
This was actually one of their more recent additions a couple years ago too. They added a Zamperla Nebulas, which is a pretty cool looking flat ride. They call it Jolly Rancher Mixed, and then of course there's Jolly Rancher Remix behind it. So I just really like how colorful this area is now. It brought a lot of life back where Storm Runner is. We're walking through the boardwalk, which is the park's water park. There's a lot of really awesome water slides here actually, but then we're just walking through it to get to Lightning Racer because the layout is so strange and you kind of have to do that to get back here.
This is also where the Ferris wheel is, and the Ferris wheel, you can't even see it right now. It's so tiny. I wish that they had like a really big one here. I think it would be really cool.
But rides for views are dying. They got rid of their Sky Ride.
I am a big advocate. Bring back Ferris wheels, bring back Sky Rides, bring back observation towers. This is a good start, but I could see them getting like a huge Ferris wheel. That would be really cool here.
Bro, I actually can't wait for Lightning Racer. Underrated coaster in my opinion. This is a great coaster. It's an international wooden coaster tucked away in the back of the park, but it duels. There's 2 tracks, 2 credits if you're counting, and it's really fun. Stick some of your friends and family on the other side and you can race them. Man, it's fun. Lightning Racer opened in the year 2000. If you're looking for a short line in Hersheypark when everything else is long, this is the way to go. For some reason, people just don't know it's back here, and so it seems to get a pretty short queue a lot of the time. All right, let's see how Lightning Racer is running in 2025. Here we go. Bro, Lightning Racer is just, it doesn't get any hype, and I don't know why. It's fun, bro. Like, dueling another train is so cool. It's like one of the best coasters I've been on for that interactivity with the other side. It is so synced up. I love it. The layout's like, all right. Yeah, like it has some airtime, but overall, it's about the racing on that. Oh, that's a great picture of me. The on-ride photo looks great.
That was really fun. Like you were saying, that's one of the best coasters for like the interaction between the two dueling sides. It was a little shaky. We were talking about maybe they could put Titan track or pre-cut track on that. And it's a really good ride.
That ride is a little jank, but I had a lot of fun because I raced Sam and Mark.
And you won.
And I won because they suck.
Please, we want to do the Wildats so bad. Please,
Please, please.
because it's next to Wildcat. Have like the wild moose, the Mouse's Revenge. I don't know, bro.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
You see the vision. You see the vision.
From 1996 to 2022, this park had one of my least favorite wooden coasters ever, Wildcat. Not necessarily for how rough it was. I didn't think it was like horribly bad, although it was shaky, but it was just the layout. It did nothing. If you think Lightning Racer is boring, that is really boring. So then after that, the park finally succumbed to what coaster enthusiasts have been begging the place to do for years, and that was hire Rocky Mountain Construction, RMC, to do a renovation of this coaster, put their steel track on it, and redo the layout. And I think to this day, that is the best decision Hersheypark has ever made for a coaster investment. This is arguably now the best coaster in the park. Low-key one of RMC's most creative layouts because it has a lot of funky elements on here. 2 wave turns, which are some of the best I've ever experienced. And then also you have this like lateral double down here, which is insane. It's not cohesive really, but for some reason it just works. And Joe Draves, the designer for RMC, he's killing it. It's Wildats Revenge time. Here we go, baby. Look at that pretty skyline. That was absolutely unbelievable. I think that is one of RMC's best works. Top 5 designed by them. Absolutely insane that they came up with that because it's just a mesh of everything they do well. You have airtime that's crazy intense. You also have some laterals, which is pretty unique for an RMC. The only other one I've done that has laterals nearly as good as that is Zadra at Energylandia in Poland. And the pacing is unbelievable. It's smooth. Yeah, it's almost a perfect coaster in my opinion.
It's so good. I'm so glad they listened to enthusiasts and RMC'd that because it's just so good to have here. Plus you still have a GCI. Like it's such a good collection here and they just keep making it better too. Like, it's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, they keep investing. This is the most diverse coaster lineup in the world in my opinion.
I love that RMC. It's such a good ride. It has such good sideways airtime. I'm a big fan. It's my second favorite RMC.
Let's go. Look guys, I don't always film my culinary experiences at these parks, but when it comes to Hershey, you gotta go all out. And for us, we're gonna be eating at the Chocolatier. It's not our first time doing this, but we just love this spot, so it's always a must do. And make sure you get hand stamped if you wanna do this because you do technically exit the park. It's right in this little gift shop area. You're gonna walk right by the Milton's ice cream parlor, which by the way is absolutely incredible. Yesterday night, we had the ice cream here and it was to die for. But for Chocolatier, you're gonna make your way up these steps. They do recommend reservations, but they're not required these days. I think now that this place has been around for a number of years, the crowds have started to thin out. Look at the menu. They have a Ferris wheel sampler, which is insane. One day I'll try it, but it's 40 bucks, which is ridiculous. They also found a way to incorporate chocolate into their burgers. It's just a faint little chocolate barbecue sauce taste, but it is really cool. And they have some crazy milkshakes here as well. Any of these four sound amazing. I think we're underrating that the bathrooms smell like chocolate. And also check out this mural while you're waiting for your food. This tells you all about the history of Hersheypark, how it came to be. When their first plant opened in Hershey, Pennsylvania, their first lodge. Here's the park, 1906. Freaking awesome. This is what nearly $20 gets you at Chocolatier. This thing is ridiculous.
It's got like a full piece of cake on top.
Yeah, this is a mousse cake on top. And then around here, this is a pretzel dipped in chocolate with something on it. I don't even know. This is the barbecue mac and cheese with some of that chocolate barbecue sauce. This shake is unbelievable. Chocolatier is just the best. It is the best. Also, just outside of Hersheypark is Hershey's Chocolate World. This place is sick. It's a massive shop. You can get all sorts of stuff. And back there, they have a thing called Hershey's Chocolate Tour, which is a free-to-ride dark ride. You literally don't need to go into the park. It is free for anyone. We're not going to be doing it today. We've done it plenty of times in the past. We don't want to waste your time waiting in line for it. But it is really cool that they offer that, and they give you a little Hershey when you get off, which I think is fantastic. Okay, we're back in the park, and we're going to get a ride on Canemonium, also located in their Chocolate Town area. And this is a Bolliger and Mabilliard hyper coaster. It's enormous, 210 feet tall. A lot of people thought it was weird when they added this because they already had a hyper coaster in Sky Rush, which we've yet to ride. We'll get to that. I'm really, really excited to try it with the new restraints. But Canemonium actually makes a lot of sense because it's a very graceful, floaty airtime ride. For example, we just ate a bunch of food. I feel fat right now. I wouldn't want to get on Sky Rush. It's so intense. Bro, Canemonium sounds so good right now. I'm so ready for this. Also, there's land clearing to the left of this. I wonder if they're going to put in like a family coaster soon back there. Oh, lock in! Oh! Yeah! Oh! 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 Wow! Woo! Oh! Whoa! Outer Banks! Bro, that was a great ride on Canemonium. I thought that was running fantastic. Super smooth, fantastic floater airtime. I like how it blends in just a couple low to the ground elements as well, like the speed hill, which is probably my favorite individual moment on the ride, as well as that funky little outer bank. Doesn't do much force-wise, but it's a cool maneuver. I'm just not a big fan of the ending. I think the trim brake kind of ruins the air at the end of the ride, and also the helix around the kissing fountain is a neat visual, but spectacular first half for sure.
I thought that was a lot of fun. It's still not one of my favorite B&M hypers, but you know, it's a smooth ride, got some decent airtime.
Yeah, it's good. It's just kind of short. Honestly, why is it not a giga? Because now they're not going to add a giga.
Bro, I feel like we should climb up that lift hill and just add the extra 100 feet ourselves. I feel like that could go.
I feel like I could do it.
No, but to her point, this is like one of the only parks I can think of that might actually be willing to build a giga, but because of Canemonium, it's probably not going to ever happen at this point. So stoked for a ride on Sky Rush with the new restraints. I've been waiting for this all day long. One of the best first drops in the world right there. Yes, since the last time I rode this, it had the old restraints, which were extremely polarizing. A lot of people didn't like the coaster at all with those. Personally, they didn't bother me a whole lot. My hope is that it just doesn't differ the ride experience a whole lot, like force-wise. I don't think it will. Honestly though, I just think it's worth it to improve the overall opinion of this ride, because a lot of the time you come to Hersheypark and everything will have a really long line, but even Sky Rush is super short on those days. Bro, you forget how tall this thing is, 200 foot. And this is one of the only rides of its kind out there. I think Flying Aces at Ferrari World and the Emirates is like the only one like this. Bro, this lift hill is so damn fast. Oh my goodness, dude. Dude, what a ride. I've been able to get 2 rides on Skyrush, once in the front, once in the back, and here's my thoughts. I love the ride about as much as I ever have, although I will say this much, the laterals I feel are definitely diminished due to the new restraints. The airtime, on the other hand, I think is probably as enjoyable, maybe more enjoyable than ever. And the ride is also extremely intense too, that's unchanged. Overall, I mean, I'm happy with it. Even though the ride is probably gonna fall like a spot or 2 in my rankings as a result of this, which I know might sound crazy to some of you because it is genuinely a more comfortable ride now, it means that more people are going to be able to really enjoy Skyrush, which I think is a win. And also just shout out to Hersheypark for listening to criticism too. Even though it may not have been my opinion on the ride, that's really cool that they listen and they adapt to change.
Skyrush is fun and I like the new restraints. To me, they don't really change the ride. They just are more comfortable. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that they put in the effort to change something that people were complaining about.
I rode back left wing. That was
worth it.
crazy. It was like super rattly, low-key, but like so much more intense, and yeah.
Another coaster right next to Skyrush is Comet, which is a classic. I really like this ride. Opened in 1946 from Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters. It's a Woody that recently got new trains. Used to have the buzz bars. A lot of people weren't a fan of how they got rid of that because that allows for the possibility of a lot of airtime. But Comet was never a ride that had a ton of airtime, so in my opinion, the new ratcheting lap bars aren't a big deal, and the trains look great, so I'm fine with it. Here we go on Comet. Look at how dwarfed this is by Skyrush. That thing is enormous next to this. Oh boy, let's see how this is running. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. Whoa! Woo! Whoa! 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 Oh! Oh man, I didn't realize it trimmed that much now. Oh no! Whoa! It's so slow now! Whoa! Whoa! Look at Skyrush! Woo! Whoa! 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 There you go. Comet was fun. It was running fantastic. Not rough at all for a wooden coaster, especially not of that age, but I will say I was a little disappointed by the forces on that. It was trimming so hard that the second half was all pretty much ruined. First half was fun, but not enough to carry the ride experience. It was all right. I definitely thought Lightning Racer was the far superior Woody in the park today.
It's a little boring, but at least it's like kind of long. It's like good. Like I understand why it's here. You know, it's a good thing to have. A lot of people just like that kind of coaster.
Well, opened in 1946 is worth preserving. Yeah, I don't know. I remember the ride being better. Maybe it is the new trains. I don't know, but it just wasn't the best.
It really didn't do much. I felt like it was more kind of just like a scenic view of Skyrush.
You just like looking at your favorite?
Yeah.
Check out the new theming and effects on the station. Nothing crazy, but it is fancy. It looks nice. Back left wing, supposedly the best seat. Let's see. Left is where it's at. That's the best seat. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Fahrenheit behind me is probably the park's most underrated coaster, in my opinion. It's either that or Lightning Racer, but I really enjoy Fahrenheit. It's such a unique coaster. One of the only rides of its kind out there from Intamin with the vertical lift hill and then beyond vertical drop too. You get a lot of airtime on that thing. And then it's actually an inversion focused ride. So after that you have 6 inversions and they're all really unique, especially that one over there. I think that's a Norwegian loop. Yeah, it's an awesome coaster. If you've been on a Gerstlauer or Eurofighter or Infinity coaster, this is like Intamin's take on it, which is really weird. Oh! It's running great though. Whoa! Woo! Whoa! Oh, double corkscrew! Woo! Whoa! 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 Yeah! Oh, that's great. Love that ride. Man, Fahrenheit's great. I love that coaster. I think it's very underhyped. It's just got a very fluid layout is what I was saying on the brake run. It transitions from one element to the next seamlessly. It's so smooth too in the front.
Yeah, that's a blast. And yesterday we rode it in the back and I thought it was kind of rough, but in the front it's pretty smooth. Like, that was great. And yeah, the elements are just so flowy. It's a fun ride. I don't know why Intamin didn't build more of those. Why is it like the only one?
There's one other in China, but
oh, well, China
it doesn't because China's not real. The thing about that one is that it's a lot more drawn out and spread out, whereas this is like all compact elements, which is really fun.
That was so good. It was so much smoother in the front. Yeah, it just flows super well throughout the layout. It's a short but sweet ride.
I think that's everything. I think we've summed up Hersheypark very well in this video for you guys. Gotten on all their major coasters. Man, I love this place. Every visit to Hershey you know is going to be a damn good time. There's little things here and there that I'm sure you could use some work, but that's nitpicks, honestly. It's a fantastic park. I think it's a must visit for any thrill seeker, any coaster enthusiast out there. Were you Hersheypark happy? Oh.
Yes, I always am when I'm here. It's always a great day. Even though it's crowded, we didn't even wait in like many long lines, which is always great. Feels like we were just going ride to ride, and that's great, especially at this park with all these amazing rides. I really enjoyed it. I'm Hersheypark happy.
Are you Hersheypark happy?
I am Hersheypark happy. Today was great. Yeah, everything was just really smooth. They know how to run this park.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We've got Kennywood and Pittsburgh up next, which is a park we went to on our last road trip for Halloween Nights. But this time I'm really happy to say that Steel Curtain should finally hopefully be open. So that means that we'll be able to get on a new coaster I've never been on before. So we'll see you all there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace out, guys.